Ooh na 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 na, ooh na 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 na, ooh na 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 na. You are mesmerized. Wow, yeah, I am mesmerized. Ooh, dance monkey. Why are you doing this? Ooh. Hey, it's Corzeons! Woo! Welcome, dino enthusiasts of all age. Yes, and fan of all mine. Welcome. We got a cool one today. Today's a special one because Daddy just got a shipment full of illicit dinosaurs. Ooh, and boom doggle goes the dino fossil site. Today we're talking Creative Beast Studios, Beasts of the Mesozoic series. Woo! Oh man, we're talking a couple raptors, and we're talking a couple ceratopsians, and we're even unboxing Wave 3, 1/18 scale, Taurosaurus. Oh, it's been years in the waiting. 65 million years in the waiting. And boy, am I excited to get this guy out of the box. Dinos to donuts, we are in for a treat. Let's get right on with it. Have you been dreaming of realistic dinosaur action figures like I have? Well, I'm sorry for your sheets, but a long time ago in real life, but a couple years ago in real life, there was a Kickstarter from David Silva, a well-known toy sculptor of McFarlane and Hasbro fame. Well, he noticed that there weren't a lot of realistic dinosaur action figures on the market. Sure, there are figurines and stuff that didn't really do anything, which were cool, but no actually articulated action figures that you could pose and do shit with. Well, Kickstarter filled that hole, and other hole pun fill in right here. We have Raptor series, bunch of those, and he just released the third wave of the Ceratopsian series, and in a couple years we'll even see some Tyrannosaurs. Woo! Oh goodness, I am excited. These sumbitches are fully articulated, fully gorgeous, and fully engorgedness. Who needs dating apps when all the fluffy, horny dinos are in your fingertips? Speaking of BBWs, these Ceratopsians get thick, CCC. These figures are primo, brah. And because of that, they're pretty expensive, but not that bad compared to some like statues and stuff. They're right in line. So honestly, I think they're well worth the cost. So let's get on with it, folks. Why don't we get prepared, and we'll start off with the Raptor series. Let's do it. First up, we got Saigon. Saigon? TS, a small dromaeosaurid from Mongolia. This guy is 1/6 scale. He was about the size of a very good boy doggo, probably about the size of AB. And look at how fluffy he is. All of the animals in the Beasts of the Mesozoic lines are based on real-life counterparts in some way. The raptors are based on modern birds. This one is based on the Egyptian vulture, so it's got the coloring of that actual animal. And that's really cool. It's provided for some really sweet paint jobs and very distinctive looks. For all the raptors, the articulation and accessories are about the same. They come with separate feet for standing versus running. They come with a little nice base and stand. And they all feature basically the same articulation. This guy is Saigon. It's very awesome looking. On all of these figures, the sculpt and the paint job are meticulous. They're perfectly awesome. They're super high quality looking, which they shouldn't be since they're expensive. And I mean, they're the coolest dinosaur action figures you could possibly own right now. They spare no expense And these are just so cool. Everything about them is awesome. And I only have a few very small complaints. On the Raptors, they're very hard to make stand. They'll fall over very easily because, unlike a living animal, it can't balance well on its little feeties. And but other than that, you can pretty much make it do anything. The articulation is great. We got a tail bend, so you can bend it any which way you want. You can rotate it. You can turn it. It's even got one there. It's got a torso slight bend, not much there. It's got a neck movement. You can move up and down. You can put the head up and down. You can turn the head. So get lots of natural pose. You can go up and down that way. The jaw moves. The legs move. They go back and forth. They get a little bit of a splitty. There's knee movement, which are tight, but it's good. There's ankle. Or should I say heel? There's heel or ankle. Yeah, whatever. The sickle claw moves. Common thing among raptors is they have the sickle claw. The feeties rotate. The whole thing rotates. And not only do these, bend, they also rotate as well. We got real birdie arms. We got super bird action. They are going like this. The hands are pronated properly. Of course, these are very accurate, is what science feels. We got birdie flappies. We got hand rotate. We got elbows, so you can tuck it in real nice and bird style. And these are just so cool. This one in particular, the whole vulture-esque look is really neat. I like the orange face and the little black nose. Again, just very, very high-end looking and a lot of fun to play around with. That being said, like I said, they are hard to stand. Even with the stand, they still fall over pretty easily. I would have liked, it would have sacrificed maybe some realism in the sculpt, but I would have liked like a hole to poke in there so I could just slop it in like some of the Jurassic Amber collections have. But no big warp. And these are so cool. We got slidey bird arms. We got scaly bird face. We got scary bird face. Ah! Whoa! Just awesome. Next up is Soronifolesties. Soronifolesties. I don't know if my mic is picking it up, but there's a lot of sirens going on out there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they finally figured me out, but we'll have to see on that one. Soronifolesties. I wish I was recording trying to get this guy to stand. Part of the issue is that the feeties are very little. Great. I often complain about big feeties, but the joints on the feeties are kind of loose. So when you try to stand them, they flop easily, which does not make standing easily. This is also 1/6 scale, about the same size as the Saigon. And I chose this guy in particular because a lot of the raptor figures, while they all feature unique coloring, a lot of them look pretty similar. But this guy is sporting a rad-ass mohawk. Oh, shit. Guitar riff! And his color is based off a cute little roadrunner. Meep me bleep. This guy is also from the Cretaceous and hailed from North America. Oh my god, true patriot. As stated before, they all share the same kind of articulation. The main difference in this one being just the funky mohawk. We got the whole jaw. His mouth doesn't close as well as the other, but we have the same movement all in all. But really, the main... There are no differences in terms of articulation, just the differences in coloring and sculpt. Some of them have different heads, some of them have different, slightly different body parts, but all very awesome. This one I chose again because of the mohawk, and I thought the coloring was really cool. It's definitely one of the more unique looking ones of the line, and just super cool, just like the other ones. I have a couple other ones. I think I have the Velociraptor, and the Taurosaurus. That's probably not right. But I have 2 others, and they're very awesome as well. Chose not to showcase them for time purposes. That being said, awesome figure. Tons of movement, articulation, and detail just like the others. And I highly recommend the Raptors, which I think are actually still available despite being a few years old. So another cool one about this one is this one has a... Oh, no, that one does too. Never mind. I was going to say this one has a fanny tail, but the other one did too. So I guess I will shut up. But next, 3 years in the making because I decided to have delayed shipping and get them all at once. 3 years in the making, we're finally going to talk about the Ceratopsians, which I just got the other day. Ooh, I'm so excited. And such a cool, different line of lineage of dinosaurs. And those ones have definite uniqueness to them. Not only size and body type, you know, an obvious head frills, horn combination shits, and, you know, the coloring, of course, but just a bigger variety in body shape. However, in terms of action figureness, I think they take a step backward. So we will talk about that next with our first Ceratopsian, Pachyrhinosaurus. Seriously, is like a mass shooting or a parade out there? What is happening? Anyway, first Ceratopsian we're talking about is Pachyrhinosaurus. Very cool and very unique looking dinosaur. This one is based on a famous reconstruction of the dinosaur from a famously well-preserved fossil that showed the tail quills and the silliness going on there. I think they're even able to derive some coloration from that fossil, which is really cool. And this one is based on that. Now, unlike the other Ceratopsians, this one actually comes with a stand, which I think was an after plan because Mr. Silva wanted them to be able to stand up bipedally. This one stand up bipedally because there's probably some type of hybrid movement there. However, this, I don't know if I got a bad one, but the stand is useless because it pops out very easily. So I will not be using the stand. I will just have him or it be quadrupedal. And that'll do. Holy shit, that's loud. I hope it's not impacting your enjoyment of this show. Could anything? I mean, look at me. Oh, you must be loving it hard. We enter the Ceratopsian lineage of horrors. While they share the quality and the appearance of the raptors, they do lack a little bit in the movement factor. Yes, their big old butts hinder things a bit. This one, not so much because this one shares some things with the raptors in that it's small, possibly bipedal, and the overall body is not too bulky, so it does get a lot of good movement out of it. The paint, as always, is very well done. The sculpt is great, the detail is there, the pebbling on the skin, all the cool different patterns of the paint, the little beady eyeballs, very cool. Even the quills are well done with multiple colors. You know, these are all very high-end looking, and they are all so very cool. When they come out of the box, you gotta assemble it, you pop the tail in. Some of those are easier than others. Sometimes you gotta heat it up with a hair dryer. Not that I own one. But yeah, very cool. And just, they're so lovely. They really are. He's so silly looking. One of the earlier Ceratopsian dinosaurs. This girl shook her tail feathers in Mongolia. So honorable. Now, officially, these ones don't have a bendy tail, but it is a little bendy on its own. I don't think it has anything in it to make it bendy. It's just a flexible plastic rubber. So in terms of movements on the Ceratopsian, we got a jaw movement. Very cool parrot-looking mouth. We got a little head movement. We got a necky movement. You can see the range there, up and down. Not too big a range. I would have liked more. We got similar arm movement to the raptors. We got elbow. Not much movement there. But a cool one about this one is it has not only a wrist, but also a kind of like a finger paw movement too, which you can kind of see there. The whole thing moves a lot. These ones don't have interchangeable feet like the raptors, so I think there's a little just base movement built in there. We got, similar leg movement. Got a really tight knees. We got the ankle. Not too much movement in the foot, nothing in the toe. And we got a rotate at the foot. And the tail does move like so. And of course we have the teeny bit of torso movement as well. Now, I specifically chose my Ceratopsians that I ordered because of uniqueness in terms of different body types. And this one being possibly bipedal and just looking way different, not having a lot of horns going on. This one is certainly unique, and it being one of the more famous fossils, I wanted to include it in my collection. It's awesome. This one is, I think, 6th scale? Possibly 18th? I think 6th scale. You're not going to hear me say pretty much anything other than good stuff about it, other than the slight hardness of movement. Next up, we're going to talk Pachyrhinosaurus, and goodness, this one's a cool one. Can I just say that this is one of my favorite Ceratopsians, and this is just such a cool action figure. And goodness, that is hefty. That is, she ate some Five Guys earlier, unlike me. I don't touch the stuff. But goodness to, I can't stop it. Oh, it's so cool. I love the coloring, the contrast between the crazy neonish, greenish, bluish, tealish to the naturalistic brown. It's just such a neat appearance. This Pachyrhinosaurus is a ceratopsian from, again, the late Cretaceous, again from North America. Twins! And frankly, this effort is huge. One of the larger ceratopsians ever discovered. In real life, this would be about 25 feet long, a person maybe this high towards it. A small elephant or big rhino, whatever. Very neat looking to look at. Goodness. I mean, if you're just basing it on looking at it, 10 out of 10! 5 out of 5! A million out of primary. But this one suffers from being a fat whore. and the bulkiness is not doing it any favors. Colors are inspired by a red iguana, and it's just so real, dignified, noble. It looks like a living animal. And I really like that. Regarding the movement, though, everything is super stiff. Now, I'm sure it'll loosen up with a few drinks, am I right? But the head and neck don't move much. Nor does the jaw. Now, I'm told on these, even the tongue is articulated. And by told, I mean other YouTubes. The tongue is articulated, but good luck getting in there, even with a few drinks. Am I right? The torso pieces move a tiny bit, more of a teeny rotate. The tail actually has the most movement, which is crazy. The legs move a good amount, at least at the body connection. But where it fails is there's like nothing going on in the elbow and nothing going on at the knee. The ankles have a little bit of movement going on, and there's a cool little ball, rotate, everything going on at the footy and the handy, the same thing. But all in all, you can't make it do much. And it's disappointing. It honestly is. I mean, it looks so amazing. I just wish I could make it do more. I mean, I'd like it to be able to move more, have more range, and I could force it. But even with a few drinks, I don't want to go there. Still, so awesome. One of my favorite ceratopsians, been popularized in media a lot recently, and by that I mean the last 20 years. Certainly more recognized from the Jurassic World franchise to, I think, March of the Dinosaurs, to the Walking with Dinosaurs maligned movie, which was garbage, unless you take out the audio, which then it was okay. Look at that lumpy head. So lumpy. So lumpy! And this is how I'm going to talk for the rest of the episode. Is anyone got any problem with that? I didn't think so. I'm so excited. Next up, is an unboxing. Yeah. Yes, we're gonna unbox Wave 3 of the Ceratopsian series. We're gonna unbox Taurosaurus. Oh. Lastly, Wave 3 Taurosaurus unboxing time. Are you ready? I'm friggin' ready. You commie shit. But before we do, every box is really neat. See the rotation, but we got a cool little thingy here. We got a description of what figure it is. We got a checklist on the back. Just an awesome thing. And this one is so big, so blue, so big, and so blue. Every package comes with a cool nature backdrop behind the figure itself. You can pop out and put the figure on it. You can just display it that way. Also comes with the checklist for every collector's dream. And it comes with a neat little dino card that tells you about the dinosaur itself, which matches the information on the sleeve thing. And every package features the designed art of that particular species on it. Without further ado, I'm so excited. This thing is huge. We'll compare it to the other Ceratopsians and the Raptors once I get out of there. But this is next to the Triceratops adult figure. This is the biggest one in the line, the most expensive one in the line. And I'm so excited to rip it open. Here is the little card. As you can see, the art on the front, a picture of the figure, and a description of the species on the back. This is a big dude. Oh, so big, so big. Let's see if I can get this tail on without the aid of a hairdryer. No, I cannot. Do I even have a hair dryer though? Of course I do, you dumb cuck. Let's see if that was enough. Whew! That took forever to get the tail on. It was so effing hard. I tried my super hardest. I put it under the hairdryer for a very long time, and it finally, once I could really squeeze it, I could finally pop it on. Now this thing is super impressive, super big. That being said, first impressions, kind of disappointed. There's lots of just huge body gaps. Once you get to moving the legs, I mean, there's just huge gaps all around. There's a huge gap at the torso. There's a huge gap in there, in the middle, by the neck and spine. There's no doubt that the paint and the sculpt and the overall silhouette is so super impressive. The cost of being able to move versus the appearance just really suffers. That being said, with all that negative shit, I do love it. It's awesome. It's huge. It's impressive. It's a great dinosaur. It's imposing. I'm very excited for the next series in a couple years, which will be the Tyrannosaurids. The big T-Rex in that line is supposedly the size of the big red Jurassic Park Kenner T-Rex. And holy goodness, I'm gonna lose my cookies. Taurosaurus was one of the largest ceratopsians from the late Cretaceous in North America. This is about 1/18 scale, would have been a little bit bigger than the Pachyrhinosaurus. Look at the blue! Weird, but cool. Inspired by the blue spotted tree monitor lizard. What? Monitors in the trees? What are monkeys working from home? Monkeys be typing. I really like the false eyes on the Ceratopsian frill, maybe to inspire fear in its predators. You know, again, we got very cool paints. We got little red splotches, looks like tribal and shit. We got a little bit of movement in the jaw, not much. There is a tongue. There is a tongue way the F back there that I would never be able to reach, and there is sculpted teeth, just like the others. Can't move much in the head, not much in the rotation. Get a cool little Triceratopsian, Ceratopsian head movement, bull kind of movement there. Not much in the rotation at all. Not much in the up and down at all. A surprising amount of torso movement, which I think I probably loosened up trying to get the effing tail on. A little bit, and for all that effort, not much tail movement at all. At the rear leg, we get the swivel. We get a very tight knee as per usual. And we got the footy and the ankle movement as well. On the front arm, similar shit. Rotation, like a ballish joint at the elbow, and rotation and pivot at the front paw, front hand thing. Also, one thing I really liked about the Raptors was that they could look around real well, which just adds a lot of naturalism and coolness to the poses that you can make in your displays. I'm worried that the T-Rexes will suffer from the same kind of limitations that the bulky Ceratopsians do. We did it! Another episode in the books, in the club. Bottle full of bub. Got something X if you're into taking drugs. Whew, what a song, what a day. Good gravy! Yes, we did it! Oh boy! If you like what you see, please consider subscribing. If you don't like what you see, please consider subscribing. I'll say the same thing every day, baby. I got a Patreon if you want to look at that. You know, it's the same stuff. I mean, Michael's very nice. You can see his name flashing by in every episode. He's the best. He's the best of us. The last of us. The best of us. And the last of us. Please see my social media bullshit. Before I go, we need to find out from AB. AB, which beast did you most beast? 1, 2, beast? Beast. AB, which dinosaur do you like best? Which one do you like best? Do you like Psittacosaurus? Do you like Pachyrhinosaurus? Do you like Taurosaurus? Do you like Okay. Alright. Do you like Saigon? No, not the same. How about Tasaka? I got a little nibble going. Okay. If you had to choose between the two, which one do you think you like? This one? How about this one? I think you like Soronifolesties the best. What? Now you like Taurosaurus? Make up your damn mind. Wow. Next time on Corzeons, we got another mystery box and toddler toy. Ooh, child exploitation is back on the menu, boys. Exploitation is on full swing in the core zone. What a cool name. Man, I'm awesome. Goodbye, y'all. See you next time. As they say in the Mesozoic, hey, what's up there in the sky? Oh my God! Oh man, hey guys, you sure are cool figures. Very cool. Man, what cool dinos. You know, have you met my friend Corey? Hi, it's me. Oh man, I love dinos. Did I interrupt anything? You know, you guys wouldn't even be in the same part of the world, and you'd be separated by millions of years of evolution. Millions of years in the fossil record. You would never see each other.